What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here. In this one, we got a Michigan basketball video as we're going to be previewing Michigan's Sweet 16 showdown against Auburn. Going to be going over the keys to the game, plus what Dusty May, some players had to say leading up to the game. And we also got some transfer portal news for the Wolverines, as the Wolverines going after multiple players right now, as they will look to add some depth and build for next season's team. I'm going to talk about all that and more in this video, so let's go ahead and get started here. And we'll first start with Michigan's Sweet 16 showdown against the #1 overall seed Auburn. And I tell you what, there's one player on Michigan's team that is really looking forward to this matchup, and I'm sure, and that is Tre Donaldson, as the former Auburn Tiger who transferred from Auburn to Michigan will be going up against his older team in the Sweet 16. And also, obviously, Danny Wolf, he beat Auburn last season in the NCAA in the first round when he was with Yale. So you got one player who has been with the team, and you got one player who knows how to beat Auburn. Obviously, Michigan coming into this one winning 5 straight. Big Ten tournament champions also beat UC San Diego in the first round, and Texas A&M 91-79 in the second round. On the other hand, you got Auburn, who beat Alabama State in the first round and just beat Creighton 82-70 in the second round. And now the winner of this Michigan-Auburn game will play the winner of the Michigan State-Ole Miss game, which we could be seeing an Elite Eight matchup between Michigan and Michigan State. But we'll find out tonight. Now, Auburn coming into this game did struggle towards the end of the regular season. They lost 3 of their last 4 games, including their last game to Tennessee in the SEC tournament before entering the NCAA tournament. So, 2 of those losses were from Alabama and Tennessee. One of them was from Texas A&M, though, which Michigan did just beat. And obviously, Michigan has been hot lately. But in this game, it's going to come down to execution. Ball protection will be key in this game, and also the bigs. Auburn's obviously got Johni Broome. Michigan's got Danny Wolf and Vlad Goldin. Those players right there are going to be the key players in this one. And also, if Michigan can have a guard step up like they did with Roddy Gale Jr. against Texas A&M, that's only going to boost their chances to win here. And if Michigan has great guard play again in this one, they don't turn the ball over and keep those turnovers to single digits, and if they continue to rebound good like they did against Texas A&M, they will have a shot in this one, especially if they get great performances from Goldin and Wolf in this one. And I tell you what, if it's close at the end, the Wolverines, that is their natural habitat. They live in close games. They have won so many close games this season, and at the end of the day, man, they just find a way to gut out some of these wins at the end of games. Now, Dusty May, he talked about Auburn. He said, I think we're all aware of how lethal Broome is on the block and getting to where he wants to get to and drawing fouls. He's added a 3-point shot, and then he's a very good passer. So he's a challenge on a number of levels. But he said, we've just got to make everything tough. We've got to challenge his catches. We've got to push him off a step or two, just make life difficult for him. He also got asked, if he feels like this team plays a little bit better with the chip on their shoulder as an underdog. He said, it's probably just who we are. We have a chip on our shoulder. But he said, nonetheless, I think we have a group that embraces that chip on their shoulder and that underdog role. He also said, obviously, Tre has a lot of insights with his teammates, with the system and all of that. Coach Pearl is going to be changing his calls, though. They're going to have different names. It's going to be, similar to every other scout. And obviously, Danny Wolf had some insights as well. But he said, again, at the end of the day, it still comes down to execution. I'm not sure, any of us know how to beat Auburn other than play really, really good, sound, poised basketball for about 80 possessions, hopefully. Did talk about, ever since the loss at Michigan State, he said once that happened, we had a week to practice, we had a week to regroup, refocus, and when you have good players that care about each other, they want to do better. And usually, if you just point them in the right direction, they go with it, and they embrace the physical toughness, the things we worked on in practice. They embraced it, and therefore, they made a jump. Now the Wolverines look to continue it, but Tre Donaldson, Danny Wolf also talked about the upcoming matchup, as well as Vlad Goldin. But Tre Donaldson said about, looking forward to this matchup against his former team. He said, I wouldn't say it's circled. The likelihood of this happening wasn't really high. So, just the opportunity is a blessing, and I'm looking forward to it. He also said he 100% has tried to help and give Michigan the best chance to win. He said, I was there for 2 years, so I know how it operates. And talking about potential rematch against Michigan State, he said, as a team, we're not really worried about what's next for us. We've got to take care of the task at hand. Then, if we're able to take care of the task at hand, we'll deal with whatever's ahead. Danny Wolf also said that, I like to think that our front court room is one of the best front courts in the country. I know we're all really excited for the opportunity, and it's not often you get 2 elite front courts going at it this late in the season. So for myself, Vlad, Will, we're all very excited for the challenge. And Vlad Goldin, he said, it's a pretty similar environment when you play a tournament. One game, if you win, you play next. If you don't, you obviously go home. We've been playing against great players all year long, so it's not something that we haven't seen before, as Vlad Goldin just keeping it simple there. Also, Danny Wolf talked about, just blocking out the noise and how Michigan was underdogs or were doubted on in both of the first round matchup and the second round matchup. A lot of people picked the upset win for UC San Diego. A lot of people picked Texas A&M to win, but Danny Wolf said, we just try to block out the noise, realize that people who have those opinions don't have trust in us or have impact on us. We certainly play with a chip on our shoulder, and the Wolverines being doubted again here tonight against Auburn as they got a chance to shock the world and keep this magical postseason run alive. Very excited, absolutely cannot wait. Let me know what you guys have to say about this matchup, your score predictions, your keys to the game. And now I wanted to talk about some transfer portal news for the Wolverines. Now, we've talked a little bit about it before, only on one player though, and that was Owen Freeman, the Iowa center. However, he has committed to Creighton since then. Michigan was in the mix. Creighton got a commitment though. Also, Michigan lost a guard to the transfer portal. Freshman guard Justin Pippen didn't transfer, but entered the transfer portal, which does suck. Obviously, Michigan in the Sweet 16 transfer portal window. NCAA has to do something about that, but Michigan is going after some targets. We're going to first start with some guards, and first guy I want to talk about is Jalen Jackson from Purdue Fort Wayne, a 6'2", 220-pound guard, has 1 season of eligibility remaining, and is the number 34 overall transfer portal player currently on On3 rankings. A first-team All-Horizon League selection, averaged 19.2 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 3.1 assists per game, and as heard already from Michigan, Nebraska, Butler, Vanderbilt, Tennessee, and others. Then also Isaiah Pasha from Delaware, 6'4" guard, has 3 seasons of eligibility remaining, averaged 11.9 points, 4.2 rebounds, 3.9 assists per game, made 33.3% of his 3-point attempts, also shot 55.8% from 2-point range. He is the number 90 overall transfer portal player currently. Also in the mix is Texas Tech, Virginia Tech, Penn State, and others, and both Pasha and Jalen Jackson are working on setting up visits to Michigan. Then also another potential target is Trayson Eaglestaff from North Dakota, a 6'6" guard, scored 18.9 points, 2.4 assists, and 2.8 rebounds this past season, shot 36% from 3, 44% from the field. Number 28 overall transfer portal player, has 1 season of eligibility remaining. And also Yane Butler from Drexel, a 6'5" guard, averaged 13.6 points, 4.6 rebounds, 1.8 assists, also shot 36% from 3. Another one is Nick Graves from Charlotte, a 6'3" guard. He has 1 season of eligibility remaining. So does Butler as well. He averaged 17.5 points, 2.7 assists, and 4.3 rebounds. He shot 32.8% from 3 on 5.6 attempts per game. And then Josiah Miles from North Florida, a 6'6" guard, has 2 seasons of eligibility remaining, averaged 15.4 points per game, 1.9 assists, and 6.8 rebounds. He shot 42.5% from the field, 33.5% from 3. Then in the front court, Michigan going after some players, including a Big Ten foe out of Malik Reneau, a 6'10" forward, the number 11 overall player on On3 rankings currently in the transfer portal, averaged 13.3 points, 5.5 rebounds per game. Michigan obviously familiar with him. He has 1 season of eligibility remaining, and then also another Big Ten foe is Lathan Somerville from Rutgers, a 6'10 center, averaged 8.2 points, 4.1 rebounds this past season. He was one of a few talented freshmen on the Rutgers squad this past season. He has 3 years of eligibility remaining. Also, another guy is the 7-footer Magoon Guath from San Diego State, has 3 seasons of eligibility remaining, averaged 8.5 points, 5.2 rebounds, also showed off some skill from 3-point range, making 37.8% of his attempts. He's also expected to test the NBA draft process, but is in the transfer portal right now. And then also lastly, Cooper Schweiger from Valparaiso has 2 seasons of eligibility remaining, a 6'10 power forward, averaged 15.8 points, 1.1 assists, and 7.8 rebounds this past season. So those are a couple of transfer portal targets for the Wolverines here, and obviously all the focus right now on the Sweet 16, the NCAA tournament. But with the portal open, obviously staff still has to, put in their work in the transfer portal. But right now, all the focus is on the Sweet 16 matchup against Auburn. So with that, that's going to wrap up this video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it. And we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.